Panel today to talk about a trade and more. Paul Dietrich, Fairfax Global CEO, Michael Lee, Altria Portfolio Manager. Michael, we can start with you. And to Blake's point, we've been down a lot of these roads before, which is why when we're up 7 days in a row in the market, you wonder, is it really trade? We always say it is. Or is there something else going on here where, U.S. stocks are just the best of the bunch when you're looking for something to invest in? What do you read into?
The latter half of that statement, I think, is 100% correct. It's U.S. stock market is looking pretty good, not only from a relative value standpoint, but we've got some incredible data points. One that's been less publicized is the ability for corporations to issue new debt. So last week was a record-breaking issuance in the credit markets. Okay, typically when you're leading into a recession, it's a lack of liquidity that pushes you over the edge. And we're, in fact, seeing the opposite. And we also got some really strong consumer data. Redbook same-store sales were up 6.4% this week. So we're looking pretty good here.
What about you, Paul, from where you sit? You agree we're looking pretty good here? What do you say about the market?
I think so. And I've also been talking with some of the people on Bob Lighthizer trade team, and I've seen over the last week that they're much more positive than they've been. I think they thought that the Chinese were slow-walking this until the next election, and now they're basically saying the Chinese seem to think that the progressive Democrats may not be as easy to work with as President Trump.
That's interesting.
Because of the labor unions are the big donors, and they don't want any agreement with China. And so I've detected a real change in. They've become more optimistic. President Trump's trade team over the last week.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, trade only part of the picture today. Stocks also rising on stimulus hopes for the world economy. Let's go to Jerry Willis with more on this. Jerry.
Hey, Melissa, that's right. Normally it's about China. Not today. It was about the ECB, the European Central Bank, cutting rates, trying to bolster those economies in the Eurozone. They cut their deposit rate by 10 basis points to a negative 50 basis points, or half a percentage point. And they also decided to restart bond purchases, just like we did over here. There's no end date for that. That was a surprise to the markets here. They really liked it. You might have thought that stocks here would sell off because the dollar would encounter some headwinds being strong. The opposite happened. It was an interesting morning on this news, but the ECB trying to stand behind that Eurozone economy. Another big story today catching traders' attentions, Walmart. They're going to have an unlimited grocery delivery subscription service. Shares higher on that today, and they're charging $98 for the service. In the back of your mind, I know you're thinking Amazon, $119 a year for their service, so this is undercutting Amazon. What you get for this, you'll get a 4-hour window. You'll have to give them 4 hours to get your groceries to your door, and the minimum order has to be $30. But think about it, unlimited delivery. It's going to be available in 1,400 stores, 200 markets by year end, even more. So very ambitious targets here for Walmart. Back to you guys.
Absolutely, Jerry. Thank you. Let's pick up on that. Paul, there's a lot of factors here. I have been in the online home grocery delivery game since Webvan, back at the turn of the century. One thing that really counts, because everybody tries this, and it's a very difficult business, what counts is the brands that you have, and can you deliver what people want? Amazon has a habit of monopolizing the brands that people like, and that's how they get a leg up on the local deliveries. But Walmart might have some buying power here in terms of bullying the brands to not be exclusive to Amazon. How do you think this will shake out?
I think Walmart definitely has the power to do this. And if you think about the pricing, it's unlimited delivery, and it's only for about $2 a week. But, one of the most interesting parts of the announcement today, I thought, was that if the client is home or they have a special lock, Walmart will actually put the groceries in your refrigerator. Now, I'm waiting for the next iteration of this service where Amazon and Walmart will come to your home and feed me. And that's a disruptive technology I'm willing to pay for.
Yeah, Michael, we have heard this before, though, about the idea that they'll come deliver and put it inside your fridge. How good do people feel about that if they're not home?
I don't know about having them put in their fridge, but I have 3 small children. Going to the grocery store is an absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Whole Foods has this as a service, which is extraordinarily convenient. However, you have to shop at Whole Foods, so if you're not a fan of them, like say me, you'd much rather get your groceries from Walmart. And I think a lot of the brands that they're going to have are going to be very different than the ones that Amazon has at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to work for them. I mean, there's such a big company. I don't know how it moves the dial, but at least shows that this company is waking up to where the business is going and can really try and start competing with Amazon.
Real quick, it's also tough to get Amazon same day, and Walmart is saying same day. That's a big difference. So we'll watch this one. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right.